Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Just bought a 1973 GMC Motorhome. You want to go for a ride, bud?
Oh, also, you gotta fix this.
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff to fix. All right, let's go. This thing's pretty rad. We'll do a walkthrough later, but I'll give you a quick peek.
The bathroom's a shower. The
bathroom is a shower, that's right. All right, let's hop in here, fire this sucker up.
It's there.
Woo! All right, hitting the road in our 1973 GMC Motorhome. I've been thinking about getting one of these things for so long. We do so much traveling, and I think that the trip to Moab is what really did it in, because when we were out there enjoying the C10 Red Rock Retreat, we spent a lot of money on hotel stay. I'm talking like right around $1,000 for a hotel room, and I can't keep spending money like that at the channel. So if I do, 1 to 2 shows a month, and I'm doing, $500 to $600 a month, let's say, in hotel stay, that's like $1,000 a month in hotel stay. Sometimes I do more than that. I mean, of course, I'm not always going out to, out of state and stuff, but man, it's like now that I'm doing events, I'm bringing more stuff with me, and the trucks like aren't able to hold all the things I need to bring, all my merch, my tools, the tent, like all that stuff. Uh-oh, we got something going on up here. Like some clothes in the road. Also, we're starting to travel with the kids more, and they don't like to be cooped up in an old car or truck for hours and hours and hours. If we go to Atlanta, that's 6 hours. If we go to Nashville, it's 9 hours. We go to North Carolina, that's another 8-hour road trip. So having this thing right here is gonna help us travel in a lot more comfort, save on hotel stay, and be able to enjoy a little more adventures on the channel. Because at the end of the day, I want to bring you guys more content from the road, and I feel like this is a natural next step.
Best part, the toilet.
The best part is the toilet. Oh yeah. So Wyatt wants me to share with you guys that the toilet is also a shower, so you could be doing your business and cleaning yourself at the same time.
It's coming up. No, that's not just this. I saw there was gray. Yeah, let's get some gas. Y'all.
Well, we got quite a bit of work to do to this unit before it's actually ready for camping. Man, just look at that, dude. Pretty. But she is a cruiser. Look at this thing, dude. Now I am smelling some fuel, so I gotta see if there's a fuel leak. Okay, we got some oil dripping. Not a surprise. No, I don't see nothing. Well, we got the old fuel door right there. $2.99 a gallon for gas. That's really not bad where we're at in Florida. First and foremost, AC units don't work. None of them. There's 2 overhead units, and there's a dash AC unit. We'll talk about this motor here in a minute, but I gotta see if we got any leaks or something, because I'm smelling some fuel. That's oil. I mean, look at all this, dude. That's crazy. Look at this transmission. We'll talk about this guy in a minute too. That's pretty cool. Hoping that fuel smell is just fuel sloshing around in there. I will go ahead and check the oil and stuff too. I think I could check it up front. Yeah. Already at 28 gallons. About 2 hours and 40 minutes, like 136 miles to go. Definitely got to have a lot of patience driving something like this. You're not going to get anywhere fast, I'll tell you that. This beast took 36 gallons of fuel. I'm pretty sure it has two 25-gallon fuel tanks with a grand total of 50 gallons of capacity, which is pretty great. This beauty is powered by a 455 coupled to a turbo 425 3-speed transmission, which makes this sucker front-wheel drive. The turbo 425 bolts right to the back of the 455 big block that's sitting in here just like a normal drivetrain, but it goes around the driver's side, goes to a differential, and then has axles that goes out to the front. So this is a front-wheel drive unit. There's no rear axles. There's two rear wheels per side. They're right in front of each other. They're in line, and they work off of a cantilevered airbag suspension. So this is like pretty high-tech stuff for back in the day. Not many front-wheel drive vehicles were produced, and I believe this was the very first automotive manufacturer motorhome that was ever made. Now, you're not getting anywhere fast in this unit. It is slow. It was 100% the slowest thing I got. My 1992 GMC Safari would smoke this thing in a drag race. But with the gears that it has, I believe it's either a 307 or 321 differential gear, you're gonna be able to cruise down the interstate at 65, 70 miles an hour pretty comfortably, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to get used to driving this thing because I'm used to driving passenger vehicles, and there's, you know, just like a certain kind of position you're used to being at in the road. But with us being so high up, and with this thing being so wide, I'm like riding the line over here on the passenger side. So I gotta get a little more comfortable riding this driver's side line. Well, the old maiden voyage is not off to a good start. So I told Lauren, I'm like, man, I think this thing started knocking, because we drove it for like 20, 30 minutes, checked the oil before we bought it, everything was good. And then I started hearing, you know what a knock sounds like. Well, I pulled over to this gas station and yeah, we blew something, but it never got hot, or maybe the gauge doesn't work, because this is the radiator up here, so I wonder what that could be. I can't see. We had good oil pressure. It didn't overheat, but again, maybe the temp gauge wasn't working and we might have overheated our motor. And if we overheated our motor, could have blown a head gasket, smoked some bearings. All right, so it does look like we blew a freeze plug. I got in there and tried to look around, and I mean, you could see the lower radiator hose right here. That's not leaking at all. And yeah, so I don't think we completely blew it out. I think it just blew out past it, so that's why it's still hissing. If it blew out completely, it would have just gone all out at once. Well, anyway, this puts us in an interesting predicament. We're 3 hours away from the house with a really big vehicle. I'm just like striking out on the channel, man. Even if we did fix the freeze plug, we still got that rod knock. This is supposed to be an easy drive back to the house. It is not. It is not. Well, that was an adventure. Yeah, not a real big fan of breaking down, especially in a massive motorhome. But anyway, after
we were in the middle of the national forest.
Yeah, it's
no
true.
Service.
Yeah, better now than. Anyway, so I got to come up with a game plan on how we're going to get this thing fixed and back on the road. I already got a couple things in my head. Not really how I wanted this video to go, but when I do get it back, we'll do a walk around. We'll check it out. The thing still runs. We can still drive it a little bit, but obviously, like, it's not ready for a big road trip yet. But yeah, like you said, better now than sometime when it was like a really bad situation, you know. 1,000 miles from home. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna drive back to the house. Well, it's the next day. I didn't plan on doing any filming today. Actually supposed to be rebuilding the motor of that square body dually. And if we can see under here, it's gonna be really tough to see. But there's that freeze plug right there is rusted out. So she let go. And I was looking under here thinking it overheated, and I'm like, well, wonder why it overheated. We might have a bad fan clutch too. Now I was up in the cab. Actually, I'll just show you guys. So you come up here to the driver's seat. We got our combo gauge right there. Temps in the bottom left. Now that never got hot. It was only it was right in the middle, maybe a little bit higher than that. So I'm really not sure what happened. Oh, listen, you can hear it knocking pretty bad. It wasn't doing this on the test drive. Hear it? No, it's not doing it now. Listen. Just a little bit. Oh, you heard that? So I started hearing just a little knocking. And keep in mind now, when we were driving, we were only going 55 miles an hour, you know? So, I mean, this unit is capable of doing 70, 75. Not that I want to push it to that all the time, but we were well within the capabilities of this unit. So I don't know what happened. So I'm going to replace this freeze plug, fill it up with water, and then I got to go take it somewhere else. I can't keep it here. So it's already starting off to be great ownership experience. Yeah, let's take my extension here. Snuck it up through there. It's going to be really tough to see. Again, I didn't plan on filming today. But we just popped it loose. We're going to grab some needle nose pliers, pull it out, and I'm going to see if I have one in the shop. Well, found the culprit. See that? That's a freeze plug that was in the block. Thankfully, I was able to get to it without too much trouble. But thankfully, I also have one in the shop that I could go ahead and replace it real quick. And then I'm taking this thing to my dad's property, and it's just gonna have to sit till I have the time to work on it. Because, like, I gotta rebuild the motor on this thing. I gotta get the Firehawk going. Got to get the F-250 going. I got to get the dually sold. Dude's coming Friday maybe to buy it, so we'll see. I'm going to make sure that's ready for him. So, dude, it's just one thing after another. Plus all the traveling we have coming up. All right, I'm going to knock this in, and then hopefully we'll just... I'm not happy about this one. Let's just say that. Yeah, got our new freeze plug installed. Just used a extension in a socket. Just tap, 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 put some goop on it. Finally got it over to its new home. So this is actually my parents' property, and my dad is building this barn dominium here pretty much on his own. They had a crew come out and put up the structure and the roof and the siding, or the metal on the building, and then he's going in, he's doing drywall work, he's doing all that stuff. I mean, the man's working hard, and this is his retirement, so he's having a great time. And because he has his property, we're able to bring this beautiful motorhome out here. We're actually got some plans on building a parking spot for it, having a hookup and all that stuff. So if we come out here and we can stay in the motorhome, or they can use it, or whatever. Like, we have a lot of plans for this motorhome. But I want to do a walk around real quick, because I know you guys saw me driving it and we were talking about it. It's been a couple of weeks since I seen it, because I'll be honest with you, the channel's been super busy, and this one hurt. It hurt when it started knocking, and now it's just not a good time for this motor to go out. I guess, like, smoking a bearings, it's never a good thing, right? Went ahead and opened her up. I'm gonna do a quick walk around. Now, to start off, the reason I purchased the GMC Motorhome is because it's an aluminum and fiberglass construction. So you got aluminum sides, you got a fiberglass panel here, and then you got a fiberglass front clip and back clip. These bodies have withstood the test of time. There are some issues with the bodies sagging because of the cross bracing. Ours has a little bit of sag. It's not too bad, but we'll probably take care of that with some aftermarket brackets. But starting here up at the front, I mean, just look at this thing, dude. It looks like a freaking spaceship. I'm like terrified to even find a new piece of glass. Ours are in really good shape. You got some cloudiness around the edges just a little bit. It does leak a little bit, but man, it looks so freaking cool. Not much to see here in the engine compartment. You could check some fluids and stuff. Got a little bit of storage down here for coolant and oil and all that. Gonna be addressing some of this wiring here because this is just kind of, I'm not really digging this. We got old stuff mixed with new stuff, and we got, like, what is this? It just fell off. Anyway, moving around the side, I mean, the styling of this thing is just, it's beautiful. I think it's awesome. It's was recently repainted. Well, not recently, probably in the last 10 years. But, you know, there's some spots that are bubbling up and letting go. It's got some body damage here. You could see the aluminum, which, again, not a big deal. I'm going to do a polish on this thing. We're going to get this looking as good as we can and probably do some graphics on it. But here's your hookup for power. This is actually the original color, which I kind of wish it was that green still, but you know, it is what it is. I will need to go around the windows and do new felts and probably reseal them just for peace of mind. I don't see any leaks right now other than the front windshield, but you know, better safe than sorry. Tires are like 3 years old and they got a ton of life left in them. The guy I bought it from didn't really drive it too much. He owned it for 5 years, I think, and then put a couple hundred miles on it. So I'm excited to be putting thousands of miles on it. Here's that cantilever airbag setup. How freaking cool is that? I probably will be replacing the airbags. They are a little bit dry rotted, and then I'll inspect our lines and all that stuff. But under here, it's looking actually really good. The frame and stuff looks really good too. You got two 25-gallon fuel tanks, and you got a 30-gallon black tank, and I think a 40-gallon freshwater tank. Now, if you guys and gals know campers and motorhomes, this was really kind of before there were a lot of industry standards. So this only has a black water tank, and your shower water, your sink water, everything drains into that black water tank. So, you know, that's going to be an adjustment for us, but I think we can deal with it. A lot of people have, and you know, it's just one of the many things about these motorhomes that just adds to the character. Now, this is our onboard generator, so we'll be able to run this thing while we're driving down the road to keep the cabin nice and cool with those ACs on top of the unit. Does not run right now, but here, I'll show you. Like, it turns over really nice. Now, if you spray some starter fluid in here, it will bark off, so we got a fuel delivery issue. I'm assuming it's a fuel pump, but we'll see. We'll work on that later. Not worried about it right now. Coming around back here, we got a hitch so we can hook something up to tow. Thinking about doing some flat towing. Not 100% sure yet, but this thing just looks so cool floating down the road, man. I'm digging it. Then we got our awning right here. Haven't figured out how this works yet. It is manual. It's not a power awning. So we're gonna take a look at all that once we, you know, get everything running. Over here, this is some storage and your freshwater fill. They used to have a propane tank that basically took up this whole cubby, but now the previous owner converted it to a single propane tank. Makes it super easy to fill up while you're on the road. This only has a water heater and refrigerator that runs on propane, so they've removed the stove. We'll go inside in a little bit, check all that out. You don't have a whole lot of storage on this motorhome. This was before there were a lot of industry standards. On motorhomes nowadays, you got, you know, doors where you open it up and you got a whole bunch of storage and stuff. Like this doesn't have hardly any of that, which is going to be fine for us. Here's where your refrigerator is. We got one exterior light, and I believe this handle lights up too. And up front, you know, they only got these windows that open from the inside, which makes this the only entry door to the whole thing. So let's go inside and check this out. Step inside the future. This thing was renovated not that long ago, and while it is pretty nice, there's some things I want to dial in. You know, if you look up here, we got some random stuff going on. Gonna fix that. Cabinets are a little wonky. Gonna come through probably, I don't know if I'm gonna redo the cabinets, remake them, or just try to straighten them out and recover them. Don't want to put a lot of work into the interior of this thing because I kind of like it the way that it is. So here are those clips where the old school bunk, it would flip up and have a belt that would come and latch right here, which would be awesome. But this folds out to a bed. Dinette converts into a bed. These chairs, they spin around, so you can, you know, be up here driving, and then when you park, you can turn around and hang out with the family, all that stuff. It's got tracks for curtains that we're going to be reinstalling. It's got tracks for curtains on the windshield, which, just look at this beauty, dude. Like, how cool is this thing? Want to do a tint on the windows. Got a, you know, little stuff like I want to fix the visors, put in a rear view mirror, or maybe we're going to do like a rear mounted camera so we could see what's going on behind us. Gonna do new carpet. Thinking about rewiring this thing because let's see if I can open this up right now. So if we go in here, you get the old school glass fuses. I'd really like to convert that over to a new style fuse. Obviously, we want to fix the AC. Here's the controls for the airbags. So you have it raises each side individually, which is pretty cool. So you can level it out at the campsite. We got a switch here for our our compressor, and then, you know, you got your controls up here. You got some old school warning lights. You got your AC, you know, wipers, lights, all that stuff. The turn signals don't work. This thing needs a lot of love up here. So thinking about, you know, redoing this whole dash, maybe covering it, and then going with some new gauges. Because all you got right here is like a combo gauge, and then a speedometer, and your shift indicator, parking indicator, gear indicator. Geez, can't talk today. But that's the front. So moving on back here, you got a bunch of storage. Comes with some random stuff there. But yeah, a whole bunch of storage. Drawers, probably going to be replacing these. Looks like... I haven't even been through these yet. What's this? Here's like your electrical stuff. So definitely going to be coming in here and cleaning this up because I do not like this. Not a big fan of that. You got some more storage down here. Over here is your bathroom. This is what Wyatt was talking about. One thing I noticed about this before we go into the bathroom was if you open this up, because I always wondered, why does the bathroom door face this way? Well, if you open this up and you open this up, you have like a little bit of a private area to like change and get ready. You know, have your clothes hanging up right here. Smart stuff from back in the day. Pretty dingy, gross looking bathroom that we're gonna renovate. But here's what Wyatt was so excited about. You got your toilet and your shower and a sink. Not real spacious either, but you know, it is what it is. If you look in here, you don't really have a whole lot of room. I think you got this is your water heater right here. Oh, look, we got a crack right there. I'll have to fix that. Moving to the back, this is the master. Not a whole lot of room back here. If it was just me, I could sleep back here no problem, but I don't think Lauren and I can fit back here. So we are considering doing like a bunk bed setup back here. maybe doing, you know, having a like seating area and then having a bunk bed we can add right here. Just because it's big enough for the kids, not big enough for us. Again, cabinets are kind of wonky. You know, you just got wires hanging down. Like, I don't even know what that's for. It just looks gross, man. I might have to set off like a bug bomb in here because it looks like there's roach turds and lizard turds and stuff. And there are signs of bugs and lizards in here. So we want to get rid of that right away. But yeah, so gonna be kind of rebuilding this room back here to make a little bit more sense for us. It's got a lot of potential. Again, gonna be like reconfiguring this. This thing's like brand new. It's still got the tags in it. I want to do like a spice rack, and do like have like storage for all the little stuff that you use in your cooking, like salt, pepper, have, you know, coffee, whatever, like have all that right there, and then have your bigger stuff up here, like your plates and your utensils and all that stuff. Oh, look, you can see the spray foam. We're gonna have to fix all that. And then, so one thing this unit does not have, which would go right here, is a heater. So we have only AC, no heat. I'm not sure if I'm going to change that or what, but you can actually see the aluminum right there. That's pretty cool. So the plan is rebuild the motor, fix the AC units, give this thing a deep clean, and get as much of the systems working as possible, and take this thing on the freaking road. I want to do a road trip with this thing with the family before the end of the year. I mean, me personally, I could road trip it like this. Like, we could get the right size bed for back here, and the boys could just, you know, share a bed. They've done that before. And then thinking about Lauren and I could sleep up here, because when you pull this out, it's like this far from the dinette. So I'm thinking maybe we just scoop these over and we have like a king size bed right here, and you can sleep in comfort, because I'm not fitting back there. And oh, this is actually a brand new RV cover for this thing, so very excited about that. My thought with this is we are going to show you all the mechanical repairs on the Yeah Buddy Garage. And then I am considering starting a second channel that has content that's not really related to automotive stuff. Maybe related, but doesn't really fit in the Yeah Buddy Garage space. So, you know, like replacing the carpet, rebuilding these cabinets, coming through, redoing the flooring, redoing the systems, all that stuff, probably going to be featured on the second channel. And that channel will probably feature more of the road trip content, where we are, you know, doing more stuff as a family, more travel stuff. And Yeah Buddy Garage will really be mainly for the straight up automotive content, like the projects that I'm working on, or the covering the shows that we actually go to. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I gotta figure a lot of stuff out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 1973 GMC Motorhome that is coming to the channel. Hopefully she'll be on the road by the end of the year, and I'll be able to drive it to a show near you, so you can hook your peepers on it, check it out, and let you walk around the inside and just kind of see what this is all about. But I feel like it's going to be a really good thing for the channel, and I feel like it's going to be a really good thing for the family, because I really want to travel with the boys more, and traveling with young kids in an old car or truck is just, it could be a little difficult. They don't have as much patience, and it's just not as comfortable as mom's car. And you know, I got to stop and use the bathroom. I got to use snacks. Everything's in there. It's right. Yeah, just use the bathroom. Bathroom's right there. You want to make a PB&J? It's right there. You know, I think it'll be awesome. Anyway, guys and gals, as always, I appreciate y'all hanging around and watching these videos. Be sure to check out yeahbuddygarage.com for some super sweet merch. Rocking the t-shirt today, and I got the hat. As always, I appreciate y'all hanging around and watching these videos. I'll see you in the next one.